Hello everyone, good morning. It's Monday, it's May the 25th, and this is Language Arts class. Today we have some more reading, as usual, but today it's kind of interesting because in the story, we're seeing some of the things. It's not that we're going back, but they're reliving some of the days that we've already seen. This time, we're seeing it through Via's eyes. And this, I think, is a really good example of that because the reading today is called October 31st. And if you remember, that's also Halloween Day, which that was a big focus for Augie. You know, he really got into wearing a mask and everything. He was really looking forward to it. Um, and I think even the title being different, October 31st, that makes it less about the fun and excitement and that sort of thing and more, I don't know, serious, I guess. And the reading today kind of shows you that, you know, Via, she's also living through Halloween. She lives in the same house as Augie, so she sees a lot of the preparation that goes into making his costume and everything. But she's not celebrating in the same way. She doesn't feel the same sort of joy. And we kind of get to see why today. And another thing that I think is interesting to pay attention to is just what Augie didn't say, I guess, in the first part of the story. You know, there was a lot of talk about costumes, and his focus was, you know, how he would look at school, and you know, the social pressure of people looking at him not being so strong and everything. He didn't tell us a lot about how he got these costumes, you know. And he did change his costume at the last minute. Now, I think in today's reading, we get to see that there were other things that happened to get his costume, and the fact that he changed at the last minute, it kind of, I think, hurt his mom because she, as you'll see, goes through a lot to get his costume, to have it ready. So there are a lot of things that we didn't hear from Augie that happened, and it's because his perspective is only what his perspective is. He's not thinking about those other things because that's not his focus. He's focused on school and the big pressures of, you know, the day, basically. Those are the things that he's most worried about. So he didn't, I guess, notice these things, like how hard his mom worked and all that stuff. So yeah, I think it's kind of interesting to see and to think about life like that. I mean, we all live life and we see it through our own, you know, two eyes and everything. But other people in your family or, you know, in the classroom, we see the same things, but we interpret it differently. Or maybe some person sees something that another one doesn't and that kind of thing. So I think this reading today, when you think about it in those terms, like the life that we live, what are the things that we're not seeing, you know? So those are the kind of things I think just to kind of keep in mind while we're reading today. But as far as things that we have to turn in, we just have to write down 5 words that are challenge words or words that we aren't real confident with, and write down the definition, the part of speech, and use that word in a sentence. And again, you guys often pick similar words, which is really, really good. And just looking through it today, there are some that are pretty good. Outrageous. I think that's a word we hear a lot, but maybe, you know, we don't always know what it means. Or maybe every context to use it in. Certain words like that just kind of come up today. So yeah, that's all we have to turn in. Let's send that to the teacher by 3 o'clock today. And other than that, guys, have a great time. And if you have any questions, just let me know. I'll see you guys later.